Salutations everybody, it is Maddie here today with a Creation Club news update. Bethesda has been very quiet on the Creation Club front due to the huge amount of negative feedback that has come out of the system's launch. Now we have some brand new information on upcoming changes for the system thanks to the Bethesda Net forums. All this information comes from Cartography, who is the community manager over at the Bethesda Net forums. For starters, he says likely next month, and considering this was made in October, then he is talking about this month, November. For both Skyrim Special Edition and Fallout 4, some things are being adjusted to reflect feedback received at launch. So that's where we get our first piece of information that soon we are going to be seeing some changes coming to Bethesda's Creation Club. Now, why isn't this public information? Well, Bethesda doesn't want to announce promises. I imagine they want to announce content that excites people about the system and that they can hopefully forget about how awful everything has been revolving Creation Club. Next up, Cartography says that one of our goals is larger and more collaborative projects, but these add considerable extra complexity, which is why they aren't being tackled at the beginning. Over the next few months, we expect to release some more larger projects, although by their very nature, these take more time. Now, I don't know why Bethesda didn't plan ahead, thinking, okay, we're pretty much introducing paid mods again, let's have some big surprising content along with the little pieces of weapons to soften the blow that we're inevitably going to receive. But based off these responses that we're going to see throughout this video, it's almost as if Bethesda didn't expect this type of blowback when it came to Creation Club. What's fantastic to expect about all this is larger and more collaborative projects, but how big are these projects? Well, the next quote from Cartography will answer that very question. It's unlikely Creation Club will ever release something as big as Dragonborn or Far Harbor. Projects of this scale are massive undertakings, require months of development, even with a large veteran team working full-time. When someone joins Creation Club, they become a professional contract developer, but many are doing this in addition to their current jobs. We are looking to release larger creations and have more collaborative projects, but creations are expected to always be smaller scale than full DLC. So that's not saying that this can't be, for example, an Automatron DLC. 3 hours, some cool customization options, it served its purpose for a $10 price tag. I don't imagine a piece of Creation Club content being fairly priced at this point, but at least there's some hope there. It is sad to see that there's not going to be something like a Dragonborn or a Far Harbor in terms of scale. I think it's less of the time they're saying that it's going to require many months to get this done, and more so that they're saying it's large veteran teams working full time, whereas people working on the Creation Club do this as part-time work. My suggestion to Bethesda would be, why don't you look for someone who's willing to do Creation Club full-time? I'm sure plenty of people who are developers or modders would be interested in making this a full-time job to bring bigger content, something along the lines of a Dragonborn or Far Harbor. Especially in collaboration with Bethesda Game Studios, it might be possible. I'm not saying it would be easy because those projects certainly aren't, but the bigger the better with these types of things, right? In the terms of hiring people, Cartography says it's certainly not impossible to get into Creation Club, and we expect to continue expanding it, but it is a small group at the moment, and one we are going to grow slowly to ensure members get the access they need to internal resources and developers. We don't want to end up with so many creators that everything ends up backlogged. I think this is a smart choice personally, because once you build up this whole team and everyone's flinging their ideas, Bethesda only has so much manpower to go through all of these creations. But at the moment, it's only been weapons. There hasn't been anything substantial where I don't know what they have planned for the future that might require a lot of QA, a lot of going over by Bethesda. I'm just hoping that when they say we're planning on doing something a little bit bigger, it's not just, oh, one weapon, but instead a weapon pack. I mean, that would be a little bit better, but once again, with the pricing structure of Creation Club, I don't expect it to be anything fair. Regardless though, Creation Club is being reworked for larger projects, so that is great news to see. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Fire away, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content we create here. Stay sexy, stay active, I love you all, peace.